Rise and grind, folks. Guys, I am on the way to a no AC call. This is an existing maintenance customer. Guys, we did a bunch of work here before. As you see in the video, we had an AC leak fiasco that we fixed, I believe, last summer or 2 years ago for the second floor AC. Guys, this customer has a bunch of AC units here. He called yesterday and said that he had an issue with the first floor AC. It's not going down to temp. I think he said he had it set at 72 and it went up to like 80. But guys, we're almost there right now. Let's go take a look. I'll see y'all when I get there. All right, guys. And this is why you label units whenever you can. Even if you think you're not going to come back, if you do, you're going to have to start the fiasco all over again. This customer has like 4 furnaces down here. This one is the basement. Spider webs out there. Hold on, guys. This one is the first floor. And this is half of the second floor. The second floor has 2 different units. But this customer said that the first floor is not going down to the set point, and he has it at 72. But guys, before I go outside, my fan is running. But before I go outside, let me make sure there's no safeties, no floaties down here that I gotta worry about. And guys, I'm catching a face full of spider webs right now. Oh, shit. All right, you see that? No safeties inside. All right, guys, let's get out this corner of the basement. I'm getting covered in spider webs. All right. I'm done down here. And this barely turns on. It's already 69 without the basement unit running, which is good. So let's go outside. If I had to take a shot, I believe I know which outside unit is which. Hold on. Make sure I can get back in. All right, guys, let's take a lovely stroll to the condenser. And by the way, this customer has 3 4 gas furnaces inside with coils and condensers. We replaced the coil and condenser for the second floor years ago, and that was the one that was leaking refrigerant. And the leak check that we came out, I believe last year or 2 years ago, we fixed that. And I believe we put in a cap on this first floor unit, but guys, I don't remember. But this infinity unit is our condenser that we're looking for. All right, guys, let's open up this door. I'll be right back. Guys, indeed, we replaced the run cap within 2 years. And what is this? 4-ton, 2013. Yeah, besides this cap being replaced, nothing major was done out here. And you see this? I got 240 between L1 and L2, and my contactor is not pulled in. But the good thing is, before we further troubleshoot out here, we can go to the last 10 system events at that infinity thermostat, and it will tell us exactly what was going on. Now, this customer said he was out of town, and once he came back, that's when he noticed it wasn't going up, it wasn't reaching set point. So this seems like a job for that infinity thermostat to tell us what was going on here. Let's go take a look. Now, I'm not ruling out a high pressure or low pressure fault, but I need to see it first at the thermostat before I get crazy out here. I'll be right back. All Alright guys, listen to this. I went at the thermostat and it was giving me a communication error. That was the previous code. It says it did that 21 times. I looked at the thermostat wires, I looked at the connections. Nothing looks foul or broken at the thermostat nor at the furnace. Everything's communicating, by the way. This is the ABCD terminals here. Everything out here looks good. What I did was I hard reset the power at the furnace. I turned it on and now it's working. Now, I did look at the manual online and it said that the Bluetooth, if the customer had that thermostat, which I'm not even sure, guys, that's the old Infinity thermostats. That's the ones that we used to deal with back in the day. The new ones are Bluetooth enabled, but I don't think that thermostat has Bluetooth capabilities. Like, that customer can't do anything with his phone. With that thermostat, he does have like 3 Ecobee thermostats upstairs that he controls from his phone, but this Infinity thermostat is like a standalone. He has to program it or turn it off and on at the wall, but it's not. This is like a head scratcher here. And I'm getting 2 blinks, pause, which tells me that this thing is working. Do you guys see that ember light? LED 2. Huh. This tells me that this thing is working in high stage. Maybe it was a glitch, but guys, I don't trust those Infinity thermostats. I mean, this is like what we used to tell customers like 10 years ago. With these Infinity thermostats, best thing you can do is enjoy it while you have them. But once those Infinity thermostats starts to glitch out, most customers just opt to just go away with the communicating aspect and then put in Ecobee or put in a different Wi-Fi thermostat instead of dealing with that. Because those Carrier Infinity thermostats are proprietary only to Carrier. Like, you can't get another brand like a Linux or a Train communicating thermostat. The connections won't work, and that thermostat has to learn the furnace. It has to once you take it off the wall and put it back in, it has to communicate with the indoor circuit board and the outdoor circuit board. So if a hair is off or something is like not the original manufacturer product, then it's definitely going to cause the issues. But I got my thermometer. Let's go downstairs and check our TV. I can't see. So yeah, when I got here, this thing definitely wasn't running. What the hell? Everything's good. There is no safeties or anything. See that? Supplies on the money. There is no safeties. That's the first thing we check. There is nothing that will cause this to intermittently turn off or disrupt power. Everything outside is telling me that the AC is running in 2-stage, and down here you have your air purifier there and you have your HEPA filter, but in the back there is no safeties. The only thing you have is your copper lines and your drain. Could this be a glitch? Possibly, but guys, I won't put anything past these infinity thermostats. One thing I'll definitely tell the customers, right now everything's working, but if this problem comes back, then is it worth replacing the indoor board, the outdoor board, and the thermostat? Absolutely not, because this is for what? Non-equipment issue. This is a communicating issue. Meaning if the thermostat can't sense the board, now you got to replace the indoor board, the outdoor board, and the thermostat. Yeah, guys, I dealt with this 1,000,000,001 times before. Yes, you can bring the thermostat down here to make sure nothing's wrong with the thermostat wires, but guys, doing all that, it's probably going to lead to you still having to replace the board inside and outside. But doing all that just to get a customer AC when they can just disconnect it and just run a conventional setup or a Wi-Fi setup, that would be a slam dunk there. But yeah, this is the first time this customer is having this issue with this particular unit. But what I'll do, guys, I'm gonna let this thing run for like another half an hour, and I'll go upstairs to see if the temperature's dropping. But yeah, all I did was take the thermostat off. I just reset the power, turn it back on. I took the face of the thermostat off the wall and put it back in, and that was it. What would we do without these infinity systems? What would we do? All right, guys, let's go back to the thermostat. I want to see if the room temperature is going down. I'll be back. All right, guys, listen to this. I got to quit with some vital information that changed the whole trajectory of the service call. So, guys, everything is running now. The temperature was dropping down to 73. It dropped 2 degrees since I took the face of the thermostat off the wall, put it back on, and I reset the power at the furnace. But listen to this, guys. This customer said that he had a power outage last week, and guys, it was raining. It was a pretty bad rainstorm like 2 or 3 days ago. And he said that once the power came back on, he has a whole house generator. He said once the generator turned the power on, the thermostat, he didn't see the main menu. He said the thermostat said it was like reading something, and I mean, he just left it alone. And he said that, like I said, from that point, the room temperature never got down to the set point, which was 72. That's what he had it set to. And I'm like, wait a minute. So, guys, putting 2 and 2 together, that communication fault was from a month ago, but it had 22 faults. So that tells me, guys, based on what he's saying, I think whenever the power outage happens, if the customer loses power temporarily, that thermostat is going to give him a communication fault. But that communication fault is a resettable fault, meaning it should auto reset after some time. But guys, I told him he has 3 Ecobee thermostats. He has that one infinity thermostat. I told him if this fault code comes back and causes an issue, we could just put an Ecobee thermostat in. It's not worth trying to replace boards and thermostats just to satisfy a communication fault with the wires being okay. So, guys, to each his own. I know, like I said, I fought battles years ago, like I said, with these communicating thermostats, and I never had a customer keep one of these setups for like more than 10 years without ultimately scrapping these thermostats for a different brand. But there you guys have it. This wasn't a repair. This was more like an education call. The only thing I had to do was I had to pull up the manual online, and based on what was going on with the power outages and communication errors are like oil and water, guys. They do not mix. So it is what it is, guys. But now moving forward, if we go back, this customer knows, he's just trying to get Ecobees all through the house, first floor and second floor. So there you have it. Peace out. I got to roll to the next one. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.